Ten seconds now. 5 seconds.
Galera pidió.
It's Dyer's turn to ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds.
Galera, F-tier.
It's Radiant's turn to ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It's Radiant's turn. Dyer should pick now.
Clockwork!
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It's Radiant's turn to pick.
Ancient apparition.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It's Dire's turn to ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Dire should pick now. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It's Radiant's pick.
Admiral Conker.
No.
10 seconds. Puck! Choose your hero. Prepare for battle.
The offlane from Alliance. But anyway, Lacoste, looking at this one, we are getting them sticking again with their Void Alliance. They love it. We saw them yesterday have some struggles with it. What do you think of these lineups? Do you think this is a better opportunity for the Void to work out, or do you still have your doubts about this here as a sort of a top tier carry at the moment?
They have more damage to throw inside of Chronosphere than what they had in the previous game yesterday. Also, it's Shadowfin plus a Clockwork combo. They're not doing the Cogs and the Necromastery thing.
No, then I guess even though it still works, right, it's just for the fact that you're then level 1 with Cogs, and you know the ways that SS plays nowadays, just taking the raise and clearing out the first 3 waves, it's good enough. So
Getting that
mechanic that we just, I mean, we haven't seen in years. I mean, I feel like we haven't really seen SF and Clock on the same team in quite some time. It really did fall off. Clock definitely rising back in popularity with a lot of teams here at this LAN. Also, we've got to watch out for. We're going to have Kezu on that off-lane puck.
3 bounties.
They'll start with that.
4 bounties.
Oh, the dream. Dream indeed there.
Pretty crazy start for them.
Wait, did they get 4?
They got 4.
They did. You're right, yeah. Every single one of them. All going the way of crazy. Excellent. Excellent for them. Good bit of cash bonus to start these lanes off with. They'll be happy.
Master plan from Alliance. Enemy gets 4 bounties. Then they kill them. You get more gold from killing them.
Well, that is true. Buff them up in the early stages and look for those kills. Well, we'll see if they can find them. Have the dual lanes as standard. 33 is going to be backed up by Hanskin down on that bottom lane. And we'll see what happens mid. I think we'll see sort of standard stuff. You know, SF obviously having a bit of an edge at the start against a melee hero, but Limp's going to catch up.
He missed 2 CS.
Oh.
Usually you want to kill the whole creep wave with the triple raise.
All right, a bit of sloppiness from Brawl on the early level. Tart will hit. And yeah, I think whatever happens here, both of these heroes are going to have a strong farm coming into the mid game. Both Kunkka and SF, they never really fall too far behind, and especially when it's both, you know, sort of Limp's Kunkka, Brow's SF, both heroes they're incredibly confident on. So whatever happens, they'll catch up in the jungle. And you'll see both heroes sort of play through the early starts at a similar level of farm. Bottom lane, this hero once more, we saw them do it before. They obviously like this, they had success with it. The carry Abaddon. I mean, what's your sort of thoughts on this hero in this position? Lacoste?
Maybe it's better if I don't say it.
No, you're not.
What my opinion on this is they won the game against
They did.
No Ping. I don't think they won because Abaddon was the carry. If it was any traditional carry that deals well with the PL that was still in the pool, I think the outcome would be the same.
I mean, and I guess this time round, once more, it's sort of the fact that in reality, the Abaddon, it's not really the carry. It's going to be the Shadow Fiend. There's going to be that hero that sort of will lead the charge, be the sort of the strong force of the front lines, and Skeeter's going to be there ready to back him up and really enable him to go ham in the team fights. Mid lane, Hanscan. That invis room, maybe seeing if he gets a chance for a Fisher block off. Brow's going to step up quite aggressively. Doesn't look like Hanscan wants to go for it though. And it's just going to
bottom lane, 33. He's going to die. That's first blood for AUI.
Yeah. Follows him all the way back as he tried to bring the creep around.
Deny all the creeps on the bottom.
He's going to get quite a fair few of those for sure. I mean, if not him, obviously when it comes back round, Skeeter's going to be able to deny the rest of them. They should be able to deny a huge amount of the way. Top lane, Kezu is going to get caught out by the cold feet.
1-1-1 build on Nico, baby. That extra time dilation, also got a couple of time lock procs.
I mean, look at this down bottom, it just hurts for the bat. Every single creep denied out of that double stacked wave.
Oh no, you didn't. Skeeter, he went for deny instead of a creep kill.
Keeping close. I was on that CS, you know. The judge him. 15-8 for him, 74 for his mid. I mean, at the moment, both teams off lane is off to a slow start. Kezu losing his life there, and so 33 will resume business, go back towards grabbing the creep waves once more from behind the tower. Aoi, he's going to be on top of him. He's going to just keep tabs on the bat, try and mess with this sort of pull through as much as he can.
Now it's 2 points in Firefly, which should kill the whole creep wave. 33, just Courier, is he gonna go for it? He was thinking about it for a second.
I'll see if Aoi can maybe get some of these denies at least. He'll get one of the creeps. And you're right, this time round with the levels, 33 will be able to secure
3. That's actually pretty big. He stole 150 gold from him.
Seeing around the mid lane, the support zero action. Moon trying to keep tabs on Hanskin, staying on top of it. The mid lane CS 20-8, 16 for 2 as expected. A little bit of a lead for the SF, but nothing too drastic in difference. Looking forward to see what Nico Baby fancies this game. I mean, he's pretty much always a fan. The Battle Fury, I think that's going to be pretty much standard in his build, unless he really wants to change the way he's been playing in the recent games. And then after that, we saw what last time when they tried to pull out the Void, he went for the Battle Fury into the BKB, lose that game. So it may not be the sort of dream sequence of items. But as you say, you know, if he does want to go for the Battle Fury BKB, at least there is going to be much more significant follow-up from his teammates when he goes for the Chronospheres. This game, they will get kills in that Chrono quite early on.
Battle Fury allows you to flash farm. I mean, you can have the same argument for Maelstrom, even though Maelstrom got nerfed, Battle Fury got buffed. It's way costlier than Maelstrom, of course, but having built in Lee, especially if they decide to group up, like hitting 2 heroes, could be good, but if you ask me, I'm not a big fan of Battle
Not a fan
Fury.
of the
No, it's situational to me. If you're playing against Phantom Lancer, then it's like a must-have item. The thing is, one downside is you spend a lot of gold on Battle Fury, you're still not ready to fight. Like if you compare him to any other carry, we've seen that yesterday. Radiance on ranking against Battle Fury and Faceless Void, there's a huge difference what these two items do.
Well, overall, the farm definitely favoring crazy here these first 5 minutes. A 2K lead, just looking a lot more solid across the board. Really 33 that's slipping behind. Even though he did manage to get success with that second of the waves, the fact that he did not get away with the first lot has really set him behind a little bit as he now struggles to get close to end action. As he heads in, has to use the Firefly to evade the two of them going over and across that little bit of a ravine. It's going to allow Skeeter to continue to chase him down though. Once that shield pops, I mean, doesn't even need to, just the right clicks alone and the blast from Maui to secure the kill. Yeah, this is it's going to be a rough start for the Bat.
Also a Bat in level 7 at this point, also keeping their 1 point for missed coil if needed and 1 point for borrowed time. Silence the tower, get some extra attack speed on it with the siege creep, sorry. That's going to be a lot of damage.
And we see Limp come in here. There's not really too much he can do other than just soak up the wave under the tower. It does not offer any kill potential on his own at all against these two heroes. So it just looks to be a situation of feeling that he can come down here, get this wave in a lot sort of a safer manner, but still doesn't want to stick around. The fact that Skeeter is as leveled as he is means this area is a bit of a no-go zone for Alliance unless they want to bring multiple heroes in. Mid lane, Bryle continuing to farm at a pace that does stand ahead of that of Limps. With movements like that, just hasn't had the sort of time to focus on getting that creep CS in the jungle. He'll resume farm here as he does have the sack prepared. So a nice bit of a burst will get his phase boots done and enable him to move around the map that little bit quicker and maybe find a little more of a solid opportunity to find the setups and team with the rest of his heroes.
So it is level 6. Now they want to make a move on Faceless with very nice rotation. Yeah. Should be a kill unless Chrono is used, and there it is.
And it's going to buy him a bit of safety. The leash obviously resuming. They jump in with the silence and with the pullback. That's got to hurt. Not only losing his life, but Chronosphere, it's on cooldown for 2 years, Lacoste, as he has now nothing to play with.
Almost 3 minutes. You do not, I mean, it's fine if you survive, but if you don't get anything out of it, then it's a basis Chrono. I see a Battle Fury. If you compare this to build that Shadowfin's gonna go for, probably Yule Scepter, you go in with Faceless Void, you get Yule Scepter, then what you do, like, you're just staying 1 step behind when you have that Battle Fury.
We're gonna try and get him under the tower. TP in comes through and limps in with a wraparound. He's able to find the quick setup onto Aoi, look for the easy kill. Aoi pops the stick charges. He's kind of tanky with a frost shield, but they'll be able to work through the magical damage they have at their availability. They'll also be able to find Bryle. This would be a big grab, and they get a fair few bashes there. The RNG working in favor of Nico Baby, as they do find themselves a big one. Hansken goes straight for the TP out. Not going to make it, though. In they go with the battery assault movement, and they're able to cancel the channeling, and they'll take Hansken down in return. But Alliance definitely finding that kill on the SF. Bryle's just going forward a little too far, and Alliance able to easily get on top of him.
Crazy needs to get this tower because 33 is putting a lot of pressure on the bottom tower. Just creep, skipping, farming the jungle and the lane at the same time. Will finish off his boots of travel. So yeah, this tier 1 tower is done. Also, they should play around the siege creep timing, minute 10. Try to put some pressure on a mid lane. They know that the Chronosphere is not up for another minute.
Seen with these objectives and the free farm that Skeeter's had on that bottom lane, he's on track for a very good timing on the Radiance. 1800 gold towards the Relic. If they could just do this over towards potentially the mid lane, try and take the tier 1 there. These sort of gold bounties early on are getting him that very, very fast time in this game. Over towards the outpost, the fight will kick off. Farley gets separated, but they don't have any means to stay on top of him. They head back over towards Nico Baby and Handscan. Still no chrono for 30 seconds. They've got the boat combo though, straight down onto Moonbander. If they remove the clock, look to reclaim this outpost before the 10-minute mark, and they'll be able to do so.
2 outposts for Dire at the moment. 33 also. He's gonna, not gonna get that bounty.
See, Skeeter's still got the point available if he wants to drop it into the borrowed time, and he won't even need to. Fisher's off the mark. Nico Baby won't be able to punch him down to his death. And overall, that goal difference still remaining very solidly in Crazy's favor. And just sort of the nature of the hero, this Abaddon, I don't know if there's necessarily any easy way they can make a move onto him. You know, anytime he has that availability to skill up the borrowed time as he wishes, he's just not going to die before he gets his Relic, Skeeter.
Probably. This is the same thing when you're playing against the Wraith King. You know it's so hard to kill him. The extra seconds that he buys with either his ulti or Photic Shield could force any rotations from his team and just be there in time to back him up. Earthshaker just hit level 6. With the Fisher, they should be able to stall this a little bit. Konka will have combo in a couple of seconds. Travel, finished on Batrider.
It's still hard to get a lead in, trying to fight into this Abaddon. Skeeter's always going to have the counterplay. Now how do Alliance really start something off? You see Skeeter, he just doesn't give a hoot. He's just standing there hitting the tower, inviting them to try and throw abilities down onto him. Frost Shield will keep him safe, make sure there's no follow-up for now. As Alliance, they'll try and clean out the creep wave. They're popping the fortification aggressively so they can get a few extra hits off with that siege creep. Top lane, Moon is trying for the chase down onto Nico Baby. The hook shot's off the mark though. Moon won't be able to chase that. He had TP backup coming in, so a little unfortunate there that he missed that shot. That could very well have been a killer. Hook shot into the Dream Coil and silence from KheZu would have done it, but it wasn't there today. Moon with a bit of a whiff.
It's a lot of time wasted for them. If that was a kill, sure, you get the gold, you've slowed down the Faceless Void. Now Shadowfiend was forced to move, didn't get any farm, will have to stack the jungle for himself to make a little comeback because of that missed hook shot, and here comes the combo.
He's going to get collapsed on. Ice Blast coming flying in. Moon will tick over the edge to the icy damage. Skeeter is trying to chase down 33 in response, but with that movement speed, it's a little too hard to find. Actually, well, with the puck, they'll get it. KheZu drops down the Dream Coil to finish it off, make sure that there's no escape for the Bat themselves that kill. Skeeter looking to resume farm in the mid lane, 2400 on towards the Radiance. Gonna try and chase down Hansken. One more hit will get that silence in. Lim's gonna throw down a torrent to try and help things out, but KheZu's already jumped across. The damage is done. Little kill goes the way of Crazy.
AOI throughout this tournament has been very active on his position 5. Lich involved in 5 out of 6 kills. Hook shot connects.
He's deep behind the tower. Moon's looking for some very aggressive setup. KheZu's there, able to easily close the gap and for the damage that Moon needs to get that kill. They'll try and go on him in response. They've got the X mark. Is there anything else after it? There is not. The shield keeps him more than fine. Crazy get the space for the tower. They continue to sort of force Alliance to play that Crazy wants them to. Alliance, they're doing their best to sort of take advantage of the fact that these side lanes are free. Hansken, he is closing in on that Blink Dagger. 1700 towards it as his Shaker. And Nico Baby, he's got the money for the Demon Edge. The Battle Fury, it's still going to come in a very good timing for the Void.
They need to give a lane to Hansken so he that Blink Dagger is going to be much easier to play, especially against the puck. Which is pretty hard to lock down. They have Chronos here. Did we see another Chrono besides that one? I don't believe so.
I don't think so, no. If we did, it's not necessarily resulted in anything big, but you know, Nico Baby, he's just sort of happy to focus on the farm. As long as he feels that he's able to get enough out of the side lanes whilst all this action's got on mid, he's going to be okay with the state of the game. Mid lane, Moon. He's found once more. It's been a few times that Moon is playing incredibly aggressive. It's cost him quite a few of his lives now. He's died for 3 times so far this game. Half of the kills that the Alliance have picked up. Now with their bat initiation, they may just get KheZu as well. Into the Echo Slam, no messing around, they're dropping all the spells. KheZu cannot get out with the orb in time. They do manage to get themselves another kill as Alliance, they strike back.
KheZu, he could have repositioned himself with the Vanning Rift instead. Go downhill, maybe buy some little extra time.
Caught in a bit of a tough spot.
It's a 1k gold lead for CR4ZY at the moment, but it's actually Alliance who's in the lead if you just compare the items and how they are spending the gold. There's 3k in the bank for a bat at the moment. Kunkka going for BKB. Like usually Kunkka doesn't buy BKB first item. Heaven's Halberd, one of the better items in the game and on Kunkka at the moment, but he doesn't have like a clear target because it's magical damage on both cores.
Look at this again, Moon. He keeps coming over. He's got KheZu in with him, but he may have just placed KheZu into a bit of a tricky situation. Well, not without coming in with a great chain frost like this. Hook shot across. Moon, this time he's got the backup to get the kill. Shaker falls, the rest of CR4ZY turn up. And they will be there to back up Moon's aggressive initiation. See if they can find 33. I mean, obviously with the hook shot already used, hard for him to get on top of Flame Break, thrown out to knock him back. He's going for the TP and he's out in time. Early. Won't quite be able to get there. There's these big items there, getting very close to rolling in. I believe Nico Baby, yeah, he's got his done. Battle Fury is complete. And Skeeter a couple of creeps away from it. The Radiant's still going to be there in good timing, but honestly, with the spot that Nico Baby's found this Battle Fury, he's going to be able to do a good job of staying at the top of this net worth this game.
Sure, and he just got the Pupil's Gift on top of Imp Clog, like two best items you can get on Kunkka, especially. You have a guaranteed crit, and extra strength on Faceless Void on top of level 10 talent, 10 strength. If he has strength treads, it's 2000 HP on him. Pretty hard to take down. And even though I'm not a big fan of Battle Fury in general, unless it's a good situation to go for, in this game, Nico Baby, he always goes Battle Fury into BKB. He understands that he can't go more greedy than that. No Yasha into BKB. Needs to have that magic immunity. Everything they have is pretty much magical, except some of the right clicks from Shadowfin.
Top Moon, and he's looking for a chance to get him with a hook shot. He'll jump straight away over to Fada. Pulled in by the Sinister Gaze. Fada gets the Ice Blast out, but it doesn't matter. It's a dead AA for Alliance. And the space required for CR4ZY to push on and take this tier 2 without any contest. Alliance, they're still not interested in turning up the fights with their Void. They want to let Nico Baby continue to farm to get that second major item done. It is giving good space for CR4ZY though to work down these objectives. Now with this gold racking in from the towers, Bro has pretty much got his own BKB done himself.
Everything is lining up for CR4ZY at the moment. The timings are synced. Radiance plus BKB on Shadowfin.
Let's see if they can go for Skeeter the twice. They'll pop out the borrowed time. Instant TP backup comes through from CR4ZY. 33 still bringing in deep. He gets the lasso on. For Nico Baby, the Chrono. He gets two of them. The follow-up there from the Ice Blast, but the Cogs are down. Moon, he's trying to disrupt this play. The Chain Frost is out. Nico Baby time walks away. He'll be fine, but 33. Oh, back of Hanske. He gets in with the giant, manages to get the echo off to finish up the kill. With the Fisher out as well, he picks up the double, but Brylan and KheZu are still alive. It's a 3 for 2.
Was very nice Echo Slam. Shadowfin still didn't have a BKB, also had double damage, did not want to pop the need Puck to control this Faceless Void, who doesn't have a defensive item yet, but he is getting one pretty soon.
Yeah, it really just feels that Nico Baby is now just farming at a pace that the Skeeter's game is slowed down. A huge kill for Alliance to find Skeeter on that bottom lane, knock him out. As you know, for all the sort of the great lane he had at the beginning, he's not necessarily getting that radius as quick as I thought he would be able to.
Still gonna be an okay timing, even though he had free farm involved in the 7 out of 12 kills, and they go straight into Roche Pit. This is how you play against Faceless Void.
Yep.
If you don't have any long cooldowns, okay, they're not gonna go for it. They see Illusion, which is gonna scan things out, so they change the plan.
See what jump they can find. Limps on the front, they'll reveal themselves to go for the Illusion. And with that in mind, Alliance have the information they need to back off. But at the same time, maybe this could work for Crazy. They know that Alliance would have seen that play, retreat. They'll head over to the Roche pit knowing that Alliance is sufficiently pushed away. Sure, Alliance is going to know that this is happening.
They don't have enough damage.
Yeah, I guess they tried to have a bit of a poke at it, and then they were like, nope, okay, we're not doing this one. And Alliance, they will smoke over. Start to sweep into position. Yeah, still 50 seconds without the Chronosphere, but they can fight without it. In fact, if Hanskin can find these initiations, can blow up here at the top. 33 is being hunted, and he is being killed off. Lands a very simple hook shot to the tree line. 33 is dead. The rest of Alliance still smoked up. Still with no real intentions to go. They really ideally want to wait for those ultimates and want to wait for NiKoBaby to have the BKB, which he will have. He's going to have this BKB done in time with having his Chronosphere back once again.
That's really sick timing on the top of net worth at the moment. Level 15 faces Void. BKB about to be finished, and he's ready to fight.
Yeah.
Chronosphere and Echo Slam ready at the same time.
Both teams, I mean, Crazy in particular, just sticking together as a 5-man. It's giving the space though to this Void, as we say. Now the Radiance is done on Skeeter, so it'll have a bit more of effect in the fights, but it's the timings. It's the fact that the Radiance is online into the 2 BKBs that are complete on Alliance's cores, so they themselves will feel no effect of that Radiance when they commit with that magic immunity into the fight. So it almost makes that item feel redundant in the team fights when it's a full 5v5. Jump forward. I'm going to try and poke the borrowed time at least out of Skeeter to start things off. Glimmercape will protect him. Hook shot onto the backlines, and with the jump forward, Kezu's found the coil onto the 2 of them. It's splitting up the fight. Bryle in the river. He's playing with the idea of the Requiem. They've committed the Chrono here. So they've gone for these backlines, and with the Chrono, they've done it. They've got the Abaddon. NiKoBaby's still trying to fight on his head. Got the ability to time walk out once again. The BKB will be ending soon, but they split up Crazy. They've killed.
I'm still ready.
Hanskin's ready to look for a jump.
Nice
block up. It's perfect. Separates Bryle from the rest of his teammates. Bryle cannot get back to City. He does get the chance to put the BKB, but Lim in response uses his own BKB. The Requiem does not pose a single threat at all. Ice Blast, it's coming in. It's not going to be on the point. Bryle's still getting away, so look to juke out the turret, and he will, but it doesn't matter because NiKoBaby time walks in, bash to the face, takes down the SF. Now he's got a little bit of safety with the Glimmercape, will get into the trees. They are picking. Looks like someone was aware that he was around, but with the instant TP out, Aoi does manage to survive. Still, though, overall, Alliance able to force the fight in an excellent way. NiKoBaby just being able to get into the backlines. The Chronos, the fight was incredibly split up.
Skeeter needs to be careful of his positioning. Yes, you are a Baton, but there's a lot of damage that they can proc at ulti pretty easy. Also, after that, Faceless Void will Chrono you, no doubt about it. You're carry a Baton. Now I think they lost a lot of time trying to get that Roche with the DD on Shadowfin. Now they need to collect souls once again on SF. And they can't take a fight, which will give another window, 30 seconds to minute for those cooldowns to refresh on Alliance.
Yeah, I mean, it does just feel hard, though, that you have this Radiance rush into the cores with the BKB. We saw the last fight. He just has really no impact at all. They've got to find some way to poke out that BKBs, get the durations lower, because as it is, every single team fight, Alliance, they don't care about this Abaddon. It doesn't scare them whatsoever.
They really do not care. He comes close, he gets critted by this Claw. Kunkka, extremely high level. You get close, you try to mark the spot into Thor and Faceless Void. He does not die. Like, you can't lock him down because he has that BKB. So you can go in, try to get some lucky bashes on Abaddon to keep him in place.
Yeah, I'm talking about some bashes. We didn't get to see it the other day, but we are going to get to see it here. He's going for his axe. He loves the axe, NiKoBaby. Didn't get the chance to really play with it last time around, but today, here in this game, he knows how good of a start he's had. He's had all the space. He's played it excellently in terms of positioning, and now he's going to get to reap the benefits, getting these big items online at a very good time. The Aghanims, it's only going to speed everything up for him. The farming potential and the opportunities where he gets in with that AoE time walk in the team fights, it's going to cause a lot of issues for Crazy.
For those lazy people who don't read change logs, Aghanim Scepter doesn't reduce cooldown on Chronosphere anymore. It's bash. You apply time lock proc to all the units when you use the time walk, where you land.
And it's going to be very, very infuriating to play against. Nico Baby jumping around the fights as is, and of course, with this build, does have the two relevant talents, the reduction of cooldown on his Time Walkers, as well as that cast range. Not only going to be slippery, but he's going to hurt as well if you try and get close to this man. Smoke up from Alliance.
Fury crafting, Owen, where you go for Octarine core with the Aghanim Scepter build, pick up Arcane Rune and just permabash people.
It can work. It can work. Believe me, I've seen it because I've tried it. See in the river, 33. Gonna find a grab. They do have everything ready to go. Alliance, so crazy. They're gonna be ready for this team fight that will be brought to them. Skeeter, he kind of needs more though. He's got the Vlad stun. Will help out his team a bit. As I say, you know, as expected from the draft, it's Bryle. He is the real carry with the BKB Chrysalis, but he's still kind of vulnerable. If he gets caught in a Chrono before his BKB is off, they will be able to blow up the Shadow Fiend. So crazy, they have to find the jump themselves. They cannot afford for Alliance to be the ones to take the fight onto them.
Even if Crazy gets a good jump from Clockwork, there's so many ways to counter initial. I try to Chronosphere, just land the boat.
They've got the vision on limb here with the rocket flare.
Crazy is on timer right now. They can't afford to drag this game for another 15 to 20 minutes. They need to play around the Roche, try to get a kill. And you can't just also run into Roche pit. Well, let's see about that one.
Oh, I mean, they tried this before.
Owen.
You don't think they can get this Roche? When you said it's not quick, it is slow, and it's into all the team fight ultimates of Alliance. Alliance, they know this is going on. As outside the pit, Alliance will show that they know what's up. They'll throw the eyes down. They should maybe pop out the once. We'll see if Skeeter's borrow time does get popped out. Kenzie tried to jump in with the Dream Corp again. It's incredibly split up. There just isn't the opportunity for the chase down. It comes out early. Nico Baby's got the Chrono. He can just chase this out. Wait it off. Is he going to drop the Chrono time? The fear will push him back momentarily, but he can chase on forward. He doesn't even need the Chrono to kill off Skeeter. That's the carry down. He's over towards Brawl. Brawl pops the BKB, but they haven't the physical damage to go for it. The Chain Frost is out. The BKBs are up. Now comes the Chrono. They'll lock down Brawl. They'll kill off his SF. Moon falls in the river as they just cannot take the fights at the moment. Crazy. Their hero, the carry Abaddon, it's getting destroyed this game, Lacoste.
Yeah, one of the reasons why I said they can't go into Roche pit, but I guess that's just nerves. You feel like you need to do something, and it forces you to make mistakes. You know that this lineup is not gonna scale. You have a lot of magical damage. This Abaddon, you're playing against the full pipe on Batrider. You have two cores who have BKB on enemy, so you want to do something right now.
I mean, as good as Nico Baby's playing, a little bit of a disappointment from him. He did go for the Manta rather than the Axe queued up. But we've got to give him credit. You know, he wants to build the Aghanims. This is his teammates saying, dude, let's get the Manta. Let's win this. Let's play it sensible. Kezu, he's found 33, gets the grab. He's got a fade shift. Is he going to be able to flip out of this one? He is not. Kezu will fall. They're still trying to get in around this pit, but I don't think they can do this. They don't have Brawl. They don't have Kezu. Skeeter's going to get dragged back. Nico Baby can just chase down the back lines. Moon tries to hold him back with a hook shot, but I think they're going to pretty much kill them all, their Alliance. There's no need to stop. They can just keep on chasing.
Switch the target, go for Skeeter.
Go for the carry.
Salty, but it's a bigger kill.
Yeah, they're going to buy back. They know they've got to do something. Every single fight is just ending in a loss for Crazy. Skeeter, he's trapped up by the Fisher. Carry down once more. Moon dying underneath his tier 2 tower. The Glimmer buys him some time. Nico Baby, he's probably going to chase this. He is indeed. Straight up the high ground, past the tier 3s. The bashes are out. Owie brought back for this. He'll pull him in. Look at him before he kills him. Oh no, you did not
kill steal from Nico Baby like that. He's diving tier 4 tower.
But this game, I mean, it's looking pretty rough now for Crazy. I don't know what we're going to see from these boys to turn this one around. Alliance just taking full control of this match.
It's an elimination series, but still this game feels pretty over. One more bad fight and they can call it.
Yeah. As I say, I feel like even with the free farm this Baden had, I know it worked out for them before, but you can't have full right Lacoste. If you had sort of a more orthodox carry in that lane, getting free farm, he's probably going to have more impact than an Abaddon in this game.
For sure. Bryle. 33 has vision on him.
Yeah. I mean, they're just dying all over the place now, crazy. It's getting messy. It looks like the comms, the communication is breaking down. They're just getting solo picked off, and Alliance is free to do whatever they want right now.
They don't have the heroes to make a comeback in this game. It's not Medusa, who's close to getting Divine Rapier. It's Carry Abaddon, it's Shadowfiend, who died 3 times in a row. There's a huge gap between Faceless Void and Abaddon at the moment, and if you also compare the mid laners.
I mean, they're trying to fight here. They get a support. It's something. There's going to be a buyback straight up Alliance. They have all the ultimates, so they'll certainly be ready to make Crazy pay for them taking the life part. Nico Baby jumps across, keeps himself on the Abaddon, and again, Crazy, they are just so split up. They cannot get any sort of play together other than killing off a support. Skeeter, the borrowed time will end. The Chrono's down. Nico Baby does get pulled aside, so a little bit of time to help out the Abaddon, but the BKB's pop. Nico Baby able to recommit onto his target and gets the kill. Well, actually, he doesn't. And poor Nico Baby, both Fodder and Hansken, they're just stealing his kills all this game, you know.
He does not care. He's about to hit level 25, 18,000 net worth at the moment. I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't go for that Aghanim set.
In a game like this, where it's getting this one-sided, you got to say, you know, come on. I mean, I say it. I'm sure Nico Baby's on our side. I'm sure it's the rest of his team saying,
for sure.
Do not buy the Ags.
Could get be clairvoyance. I mean, he could have been sending
don't buy Ags.
Don't buy Ags. Get this Manta style. Get rid of the silence from Abaddon and Buck. I mean, it's the same thing. We're just joking a bit, but it's a really good item on Faceless Void.
It definitely works, and I'm sure Nico Baby would hold us to that. He's a huge fan of the item. And I feel like in this series, if they play Void again, he's going to be like, guys, I absolutely owned in that game before. I can build what I want. And we'll see if that happens. We'll see if they let him get the Void, because this definitely is going to feel like a game to Crazy where this Faceless Void pick has just been uncontrollable for them. They have not been able to deal with the Void pick at all. Nico Baby has just read the map perfectly. Space has been made excellently, and it's just got to this point now where he is just that far ahead of anybody else in the game. Crazy, they just do not have any sort of frontline carry that they can present that offers any sort of chance of killing this Void.
Abaddon can't go and try to make something happen, but the fear of Expert, trying to proc it, here it comes once again.
See if they can proc the ult. I'm bouncing back, Nico Baby's in, there goes the borrowed time. She managed to silence Nico Baby, but that will be that. 33 tracks skied down. So, carry Abaddon dead once again. And it's base. Nico Baby's afraid to sort of jump in aggressively, forced to back up. It's a 20k gold lead right now as Alliance head up to the high ground, looks to take these towers away.
They don't have any big items coming on Crazy at the moment. Okay, hookshot, do or die. No follow-up.
They killed Fodder before, can they do it again? It doesn't look like it. This time not even able to find the support kill. Silence onto Nico Baby, quickly removed by his Manta.
Thank you guys for giving me a suggestion to go for Manta style instead of shitty Aghanim Scepter. Well, that's why it's called a team game.
It is, you know? That's why you listen to your team. I mean, maybe not necessarily in pubs, at least they don't listen to me when I'm talking to my teammates, but in pro games, the communication is key, and the theorization during the play is also certainly there. Butterfly done for Nico Baby. He's just rolling in the gold right now.
Still 40 seconds on that Aegis.
See, what did he take at the 25? He does take the AoE. He's going for the big Chronos. No, he's not going to die. He knows that there's no necessity for him to have the backtrack in this one. Just wants to look. She plays to seal the deal here in this game one. As they'll look to slowly take this tier 3. Skeeter. I mean, he got the deny. That's something. That's his highlight for the game. Tower's gone. Racks are open.
Aegis is gone in 5 seconds. They're a bit slow on sieging. Okay, here it comes.
Here we go. Have they got a combo? No.
That's the combo.
It's initiate into the level 25 chrono. There'll be a buyback from Brian. We'll see what they can do here. If anything, Nico Baby jumps across, looks to get a double. He's already thinking about the rampage. He's eyeing up the opportunity to get some big old kills here. There's the triple.
3 out of 5.
Give him some action. Give him
4.
Give him more. There's the other.
Rampage.
Come on. They're called GG, but he wants that rampage. He's into the fountain. Is he gonna get it in time?
No, once again,
was that?
33. They
It was
stole.
33. Still in the rampage. Wow. Wow. I mean, it may be a win for Alliance, but Nico Baby's going to be mad.
For sure. First, they don't allow him to go for aggro.
No.
Scepter on Faceless
Then
Void.
they start stealing kills, and then he's about to get a rampage, and 33
10 seconds. 5 seconds. What's Radiant's ban plan anyway? Ten seconds now. 5 seconds. Dire should pick now. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It's Radiant's pick.
Medusa.
It's Radiant's turn to pick. Just who will dire ban? It's Radiant's turn. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Just who will dire ban? What's Radiant's ban plan anyway? 10 seconds. 5 seconds. It's Radiant's pick. It's Dire's turn to pick.
Rubik.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. It's Radiant's turn to pick.
Clockwork.
10 seconds. Dire should pick now.
Beastmaster.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It's Radiant's turn to ban.
Dark Seer.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. It's Dire's turn. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. It's Radiant's back.
Imba Spirit.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds.
Monkey King.
Choose your hero.
Yeah, excited to see this one. This game 2 now of Alliance versus Crazy. You know, this time around with the draft, of course, we saw Alliance. They obviously said, you know, after game 1, Nico baby, he's on fire today. They can trust him going for that first pick, Medusa. Do you think Crazy has responded in a good way, or is this Medusa still set to have a pretty good time?
Definitely a much better lineup than what they had in the previous game. I saw Nico baby on camera. He looked a bit tired, in my opinion, so I assume he just said, guys, pick Medusa. I want to go home early, as Winter as well. Winter had a rough day, though. He was working all 4.
He was. He's had a long day, bless him. We're here now. What could be the last game of the day if Crazy aren't able to pick it up after what they had in game 1? But I do say, I've got to agree with you here. This is much more of a sensible looking lineup from Crazy. They've got a lot of great things to work with. The Razor is going to be able to look for that Deuce in the fights, get that static link off, and look to really diminish the damage output being done by the Medusa. And of course, Monkey King is a hero that has the very high likeliness of wanting to build that diffusal blade up in and have it ready to go for these fights at the point where Deuce will still suffer heavily from that mana burn.
And Monkey King is the hero that they picked because he can play both against Medusa on the mid lane if needed, or if it's going to be Amber, but it's going to be Amber, so it's a good matchup for him no matter what they were planning to send on mid lane. Now 33 on this Darkseer, one of his better heroes, will have that surge to use it on the static link hero.
See, down bottom, a little bit of a look at one another. Alliance will step back as soon as Skeeter does show himself, not wanting to try and fight into the 3 of these heroes. Crazy will bring the team over, maybe see if they can get that deep bounty rune secured for themselves as well against Alliance. Alliance are certainly going to want to fight that. As the Iron Shell's out onto Hanscam, he's got Pressure Assault ready to go. They're going to go for this fight. Skeeter's going to commit with the static link, see if they've got the damage to take down Hanscam first, as both of them falling low. The blast coming out from Aoi to slow them down, but 33 is going to just chase down this Razor. With the Iron Shell damage, Skeeter is slowly dying.
Oh, Scatter Blast does not connect. Get the rune at least.
He'll get it, but they're going to lose 2 of them here. Aoi is trying to run. Oh, maybe he's able to juke this out if he's able to play around the tree line.
Nowhere to run.
No, he's stuck. Fada will take him. So, 2 kills for Alliance to start this one off.
And they got 2 for 2 trade, so they didn't lose anything on side of Alliance. Also, Fada just TPs to the top lane, instantly starts harassing Kezu. Rubik needs a TP top to help out Kezu.
Yeah, for sure. And these 2 heroes are going to do a good job of right-clicking him away. He needs that Fade Bolt help out for Moon to reduce the damage output from these 2 and make sure that Kezu doesn't get entirely beaten out the lane. And we're seeing down bottom again, so the standard affair. 33 looking to grab creep waves around. Dowie trying to do his best to take them back under his control. But Hansken's going to be able to be around to grab them round, get them into a position where they'll meet the wave nice and close to Alliance's tower on the bottom lane.
Mid lane doing okay for Limp. So far, he's ahead of Monkey King. Once Monkey King gets an extra point in Jingu should, and if he gets lane back on his side of the river, he should be fine. You don't have an answer to remove the Flame Guard. It's a guaranteed. You have no physical damage whatsoever, sorry, magical damage whatsoever, but you have that Jingu proc, so whenever he gets close, you hit him once. You definitely need or Venom. I suppose that I expected that he's gonna buy that earlier, but it's not happening.
Yeah, interesting that he doesn't decide to take it to the lane against a melee hero such as Ember and Limp. He's also going to get the edge with that free bottle refill. Able to find the Invis rune, not necessarily the most potent of runes to get in the 2-minute matchup, but still a refill nonetheless. And gets back to the lane as the creeps start to get underneath his tower. See if the farm at the moment from Nico Baby, 9 for 4 up top. Kezu also getting a decent amount of CS out of this lane, no problem at all with the backup that the Rubik is providing him.
A little choo-choo train, 33, 3 creep waves dragging, so he's gonna farm that one, 3 iron shells, a lot of usage of number 3.
Well, that's going to be a lot of gold going his way this time around. We saw last game, obviously, with these pulls, how he was able to punish him a little bit. This time around, Hansken's doing a good job of just sticking around in the neighborhood, making sure that Aoi can't get close and interrupt this farm that he's just constantly soaking up on the darks here. In lane, Bro will be able to get himself back up to full health with the boundless strike. It's lane now starting to shift more in favor of the Monkey King, starting to break ahead of the Ember. Bottom lane, playing aggressive, surge up. Hansken actually getting it underneath the tower. They'll use the cookie to stun him. Skeeter will chase, gets a good static link off as well with the help of the slow from Aoi, but Hansken is still able to break it and will not fall to the attempt from Skeeter to turn that around.
Can he kill the courier? Surge on the bottom lane, one more hit should do the trick.
33, without a doubt, is getting a lot done down here.
I love the way Alliance is playing it right now. Clockwork trying to be aggressive as possible on the bottom lane, force any kind of like rotation movement from the support and the Razor, while 33 is just creep skipping at the moment.
And we'll see where the moves are going to come out first, because for the start being pretty much sticking to their lanes, both teams content with having their support securing CS for their cause, and it's working. Nobody, it was really getting left out big time over the start of this lane stage.
Rune on the mid lane. Nice. This should be a kill. One more hit and another one.
Got the Clockwork. He is juking, and that battery assault might just mess Braille up enough to keep Limp safe. It will. Limp's able to pop the salve, and Braille won't get the kill. Hansken making sure that he's in town to keep his mid safe.
Where's the rocket? Oh, does not cancel the salve.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh, is this another car? So I was going to say, keep it careful. 33 won't quite get it this time. The micro will be there from Ski. Courier safe under the tower. But still 33 just resuming business and getting a lot of farm there. Gets a couple there this time round. Once again, Hansken always in the right place. He's here to help out in case Aoi chases a little too far. Maybe if the Monkey King comes over, Braille. See what Braille's plan is going to be. Was thinking about heading over to get the bounty. It doesn't actually get the bounty, but he gets 33's courier on the way back home. Too far towards the mid lane. Braille is going to dive in once more. As soon as the boundless comes out, instant TP back up this time. Fada, he TPs, he does cancel it, realizes the threat isn't real as Braille already begins to retreat. But it's definitely showing that they're really keeping their eyes on mid, making sure that Limp does get dove on the tower and doesn't end up dying.
Still decent amount of CS on this Ember Spirit. 25 at the moment against 30 CS and 8 denies on Monkey. Definitely Monkey favorite matchup. I expected the Ember to do worse, to be honest. But Limp, he played well. Moon Meander will take over that outpost.
Radiant Guardian is dead.
He's going to commit to take it, which will mean the cold feet does proc in, but he knows it's only Fada alone. So not anywhere near enough damage to threaten his life. Down bottom, Time Hansken doing the business, grabbing it around. And overall, you see the 3 cores of CR4ZY are off to just slightly a better start. Mid lane, an attempt on Limp, he's yet to hit the 6, so no availability with the Remnants. This time around, I don't know if he's going to get the help he requires. One more hit will do it. He's looking for the Jukes around the trees. Brawl, he's hunting for him. Limp, he should fall. Or has he got the movement speed to get away? Brawl, he can't quite get close enough. Now TP comes in. Limp, he's going to live yet again. Brawl will get cookied away in time. Also fortunate for him that he did not get hit by the rocket flag, because it was only level 1, so probably wouldn't have been quite enough to kill him. But still definitely frustrations to be had in this mid lane for Brawl. This is sort of the 3rd time he's attempted to take Limp's life, and he hasn't been quite able to get it.
They're getting farm on the bottom lane. 33 on top of CS at the moment. 42 Hansken doing such a good job just dragging the creep wave for him. Also getting some solo XP. Now he's gonna get a point in power cogs, so he can keep the Monkey in place if needed, but Ember Spirit needs level 6 if they want to try to make a move on him. We still didn't see a single kill besides those 2
And nothing
before
for CR4ZY.
bounties. Yeah.
I mean, you're right, sort of 7 minutes of silence between the teams. May see that be about to break. A Skeeter. Get the Sauna 33 and with the cookie forward, that'll certainly do it. There we have it. CR4ZY able to bring some action. As this time around, 33 caught out without his surge available.
Something good happening to Radiant.
And continues to sort of fuel power in this Razor, who, as we say, has been left uncontested. This is sort of one of the things that will happen, sure, with the creep cutting. You yourself as an offlaner will get a lot, but it does mean that carries like a Razor who can safely farm underneath the tower will also get a very good start. Top lane, behind the tower they go. They'll find Fada with the Roar, Keza with the straight and simple lead-in. Secures a second bit of action for CR4ZY. 8-minute rune to come up, but both of them are going to be off the mark. It ends up bottom. Of course, the power of the Ember there. Limp had a Remnant prepared, so he's able to get over and secure that DD for himself.
A lot of damage on this tower. Ember forced the TP, has double damage in the rune, but Hawk is scouting things out.
Let's see, there's one Nico baby. There it is. There's a lot of farm prepped for him in the jungle. Potter again, threatening with a potential TP across, ends up cancelling it. Knows that he's already safe enough. Brawl wants to steal this. And this would be pretty nice for CR4ZY if they can steal this stack. Alliance is going to want to try and do a stop, to put a stop to this, and as it looks to be, most of it goes the way of Nico Baby, but they're going to try an attempt for a kill him. And Brawl off the mark with a Primal Spring. A little bit of miscommunication there between himself and Moon Meander. But still bring Nico Baby down pretty low, and of course with the skill build, he does not have a single point in the mana shield, so there's no defensive capability on this. There's Medusa as he will fall. Brawl, can he get out of spot? Slider Fist from Limp says no. They get the trade kill, and the fight's not done yet. Falling low, KheZu trying to chase him. Limp has got one more Remnant to jump away with, but he's been dove underneath the tower. The Satire beating him down, trying to finish up this Ember. The Slider Fist dodge. Limp will live. Elsewhere, Hansken, Fada, they're trying to chase down Moon. Now he's in time with the cookie to keep Moon safe. They're both incredibly low, but Hansken, and he's quite going to be able to close this gap. A Rocket Flare will cancel the clarity, but will not quite kill off Moon, who will manage to live.
Those summons from Beastmaster dealing a ton of damage. Helmet Denominator already finished on him. Not too many casualties out of that fight. Bottom tower on top, still standing. Bounty rune spawning in 15.
And they're up it again. They really want to take away this outpost before the 10-minute mark. And they'll be able to do so. Not time for Alliance to get that back into their control. So 10-minute mark, both of them being secured by Crazy. And now it still hang around maybe a little too long. They'll turn around and get the shotgun blast out, but with wrap round from Lim, they get the kill. Going for a roar, Kezzy still wants to make this fight happen as they are committing, but they're being heavily outnumbered this time, Crazy. Jump forward with the Remnant, Lim gets another, and he's not done yet. He's still got a lot of mana to play with. He'll run down Kezzy with a flame guard. He's going to have a slider fist available, still being able to close this gap. That's
Another
a lot
slide
of kills here going the way of Alliance.
They wanted too much. Crazy already took 2 outposts, so no XP for Alliance, but they just got outnumbered. They still have a tier 2 tower, towers on mid, TP2, and you can see 2 observer boards scouting things out. They know how Crazy is going to play. They want to invade the jungle, steal any kind of farm from Medusa.
I mean, again, it is a close start overall, 5-6, coming up to this 11-minute mark, less than a 1k gold difference in it. Seeing if we're having any interesting builds being queued up. Standard affair for Browse Monkey King, Echo Saber into what I would imagine to be the defusal afterwards. So obviously is the offlaner, Kezzy with the Helm of the Dom Rush. Yule Scepter build for Razor, for Skeeter.
They definitely need that. Yule Scepter, Dispel Iron Shell, and Surge. Also, you can Dispel Flame Guard from Ember Spirit, just keeping people in place and having something to cancel TP with always feels good.
We'll see, you know, the intent from Limp very much on getting involved in these fights. He wants to get that drums done as soon as he can. So with the treads drums, he's going to be easily able to run down these heroes. Already seeing sort of the power of the Flame Guard in these fights as he's been able to easily close gaps. And there really just isn't quite that, you know, there's not sort of that magical burst that's ever going to be able to remove it. So he is going to be able to run in and do a hell of a lot of damage in these skirmishes with the Flame Guard on the front lines.
They can remove it with either Scatter Blast plus Fade Bolt or Dispel it with Yule Scepter on Razor.
That's true, yeah. Once the Yule's out there, yeah, there's going to be something that will also provide an answer to it.
There aren't too many good spells to steal on Rubik.
Yeah, I mean, what are you looking to steal, really? What sort of, would you say mainly the...
If you can get like AA Blast, the chains are fine.
Yeah.
Mystic Snake's not that good since the recent changes where you don't steal their mana. You're just getting the mana back.
Yeah, I guess, you know, if you get some good bounces, it's still a decent amount of damage, but you're right. And nothing that's sort of like those hard, heavy hitting impact stuns that you normally see Rubik's revel with. Do have a slight pause at the moment. Apologies for this one. Looks like we have a...
It's not your fault, Owen.
You know, but we like to apologize to the viewer, you know. We know they're all screaming at us and saying, you know, casters, start the game. Start the game, casters. We're trying.
If this was Bob, you know, I would be pressing F9 like a madman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but just some mild microphone issues. Looks like we're getting the fix done right now.
What do you think your APM is when you're trying to unpause the game?
Oh, higher than me doing anything else in the game. You know, I'm slamming that F9. I really am. There we go. The G's being cool. We'll be able to get the actions straight back onto your screens as we get back into the rest of this game that's off to a very hopeful start for both teams. This is what we like to see. Sort of close beginnings, 11 minutes in. Everybody building up to where they want to be. None of the cores have been totally shut down during the laning stage. Everyone's hitting those early timings as we're now seeing them come out. Drums done on Limp. As both teams very much ready to build. They both want to fight this match. Obviously for Alliance, I guess with Nico Baby, this is a hero that you're less likely to see, but they've got great skirmishers in the other 4 heroes around it, as should be when you're looking to run a draft with a Medusa involved.
He does not want to join a fight yet. They will leave that tier 1 tower, and 33, he gets the last hit. That's actually pretty huge. 5 heroes rotated for that while Medusa is farming jungle. Oof.
Crazy. I want to use this roar every time it's at the ready. Oh, a little bit of a cookie forward, I guess. I don't know if that was intended, but just to clear the trees, maybe in case Hanscam was hiding there. And as it were, he's here by the side of Nico Baby. Crazy. If they do want to go, there's going to be a lot of backup. There's 4 heroes on Alliance around this Medusa, making sure that Nico Baby is constantly in a safe position. Even when he is farming over on the Radiant side of the map, he's never really in trouble because Alliance are staying strong by his side.
Is under attack.
Alliance placed 4 observer boards on the map, so they see any kind of movement unless it's a smoke approach from Crazy. They want to play as passive as possible right now, give this farm to Medusa. Monkey King has a lot of farm though, almost about to finish his Echo Saber.
And the level 10, you know, the skill build did opt to max out the Baron. It's just the 1 point in the Primal Spring, as he's more focused on ensuring that he has that hard-hitting damage to burst down some of these heroes, some of the squishier heroes really at this stage as well on Alliance's lineup. They are able to disable Limp in some sort of shape or manner. They will get him. Build for Limp, obviously Crystallis still. Ember in the Void queued up next up as Limp. QP
No
out.
Yule Scepter.
Yeah,
it was
still
just
on the
being
courier.
delivered. 3 seconds left. Smoke approach from Alliance.
Still just constantly making positions in between Crazy and where Nico Baby is farming. Making sure that there's no way for Crazy to get in, and Alliance there's the leader. Jump forward onto the raise, turn around with the Raw onto the Dark Seer. The Wukong's command is out. Kill off the one of them, get hands again. Can they get more? Brawl trying with the chase, the boundless strike into the control from the Centaur. They take themselves down a second. Limp has to remnant away. Some quick plays and some nice micro with the Centaur control. Takes the 2 kills, they get the tower. Crazy, they are speeding it up and they need to. This is a game into an Nico Baby Medusas. As much as they can take off the map before the Deuce is ready to fight, the better it is for them.
Medusa right now, level 12, has a point in Stone Gate, so she will join a fight if needed, but does not want to. They knew that they will fight 4 versus 5, 3 versus 5 on top. Crazy did bring the numbers. Still pretty even game in terms of net worth.
Yeah, Brawl is also very happy to play the farm game. Wants to really get that second item done on top of the Echo Saber before he really goes for it. He knows that at this point, you know, they can still fight them Alliance just as the 4 of them. Crazy, so sort of slowing down the pace, moving 15 minutes in, just 7-6. Not the highest of kills, as both teams know that the game is in a delicate position. As close as it is right now, one team fight will really tip this game in some sort of an edge going to one of these sides.
Alliance didn't take a single tower 15 minutes in. What Crazy can do is go for a smoke. They have a good vision with the Hawk and go for Roche. There's a lot of damage coming out from that inner beast and the extra damage from Helm of the Dom.
Showing themselves bottom Alliance. See what Crazy want to do in response. They want to try and come down here and hold this. They say Roshan is going to be the focus. They can do it pretty nicely. It's going to get scouted out though.
I don't think you should just run into Roche like this. AA sending ulti.
Yeah, they're sticking to it, even though they know that Alliance know that this is going down. They feel confident that they can do this. The blast and the wall gets placed into the pit. And they've brought Roshan down to half HP, but now themselves, they're taking a bit of a bruising. It's not necessarily that appealing to head straight. They're going to try it, but this constant sort of spam with these global spells are keeping them down a
This
little.
wall creating a lot of issues. Another AA ulti ready in 10 seconds. Half HP at the moment.
This is some risky on the edge Roshan taking, and it looks like they will get away with it. And they do. The Ice Blast won't quite be in there in time to threaten them, so they get away. Not the quickest, not the sneakiest, as they do it straight underneath the vision of Alliance, but they get it. They get away with it. Roshan is there, and Aegis is on Brow's Monkey King.
Maybe the reason they did not want to contest is they still want to have extra item on Medusa, and they think towers are pretty healthy, so they can't end the game with this Aegis. They have some tower damage with the inner beast, but they have to take the fight first. And Medusa, also Vambrace, there was also Imp Claw.
Imagine
Imp Claw for Ember Spirit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Double crit.
Yeah, give that to Limp. And you get plus 45 damage from Chrysalis, plus 24 for the Imploid. Suddenly, having that insane amount of physical damage burst this early on in the game, it's not easy to play against. Mid lane Brawl trying to go for that kill, but TP out will save him. I mean, you've got to worry a little bit, I feel, if you're crazy. Every moment passes, Nico Baby is getting a bit
damage.
Hurricane Pikes. I mean, it feels like a big old timer is ticking. Crazy's got to do something. Nico Baby is getting a dangerous amount of space. You are really seeing it in the farm as he's 2,000 ahead of anyone else on the side of Crazy. They've got to keep this up. They've up the Aegis. They've got to look to make moves with this. I think Brawl, he's still he's very set on having the Diffuser Blade done on top of the Echo before they heavily commit for action. And if they do that, it's giving just so much time to this Medusa, who's only going to get bigger and scale at a much better rate than that of the cause of Crazy.
It's a lineup that does not benefit that much from taking Aegis. You can't just park yourself, try to take tower by force. There's going to be wall, rocket spamming, AA ulti. There's still no full pipe on Beastmaster. That's going to mitigate a lot of magical damage when you decide to group up and go for tier 1s and tier 2s.
Really looking to warp Crazy to make some action happen. They need to. They really do. The fusel will shortly be done. Couple hundred gold and he'll have it. Mid lane, maybe seeing if they can get towards Nico Baby. So they step in, but it's hard with both the Surge and Hurricane Pike. There's multiple ways they can keep him safe. And in fact, they're going to turn. They find Skeeter very far forward, away from the rest of his team. They're on top of him with a hook shot, and he's dead. But the Wukong's command is down. A great ult from Brawl, but is there the control to hold the heroes in it? It doesn't look like it. Hanscom will die, but already Nico Baby and the rest of Alliance, they're able to get out of the ultimate. They'll vacuum Moon up to the high ground. A buyback comes out from Skeeter. He wants to get over and help his teammates out. The wall is 33 and Fada taking huge amounts of damage from the Mortimer's Kisses. It's double kill for Brawl. They've taken out 3 of Alliance. Skeeter, he's going to see if they can find even more. He knows that Nico Baby doesn't have backup. The rest of Nico Baby's team is dead. Now the buyback's come out. They do not want to let this Deucer die. Telekinesis, drag back into the Primal Spring. Nico Baby needs help, but he's going to get it. 33 with the stack play will keep Nico Baby alive. Maybe he can turn and get some kills himself. He tried for Skeeter. The cookie in. The vacuum. They can't kill this Deucer. He's going to stay alive. Crazy.
They lost 5.
They're throwing everybody in on this attempt to kill the Medusa, and they're not going to get her. They lose the Aegis. They lose everybody. A huge disaster for Crazy, and you have to give credit. The buyback from 33 coming in with that Surge. I think without that, Nico Baby could have very well just died there, but the play...
That was a certain death of Nico Baby if 33 did not buy back. Also, Razor bought back in that fight. That was not necessary. That's like all in. I'm not sure who made that call to go dive on that Medusa.
I mean that just destroys your game as the Razor.
I just hope we see that once again. And Medusa lives. You didn't even get the kill. That's gonna be a full Manta style.
Yeah. And now, just looking at these, now we'll see it again here. I mean, this was actually just after where 33's made the buyback, but it's this point of Crazy. They're just desperately trying to get this kill. They're throwing everything in this attempt, but they cannot do it. Alliance keep their cool, and indeed, frustrations to be had there. You've thrown everything into that play. It's not worked out. You're already a game down in the series. Now in this game 2, that has shaken your game up to a point where it's going to be very tough for them to sort of regain control. They're slipping behind against this Deucer lineup massively. There's Medusa, as I was about to say, double the net worth of the carry of Crazy. Skeeter is fallen so far behind off the back of that buyback attempt.
This affects you mentally. Yeah. Also getting a kill on position 4, long range initiation, rocket, setting things up with the chains. Yeah, I think Fada's okay dying here.
Of course, the world is sort of Nico Baby's oyster now. With Manta, Hurricane done, he can go for what he wants. Does he want to go for the Rapier? I don't think he necessarily needs it because of how far he is ahead anyway, but I'd love to see it.
You always love to see it.
Love to see it. He's not queued up anything yet, but the thing is, if they did get a Rapier and started, they could pretty much just run down a lane and sort of finish this game and within that pre-30-minute window. And that's the scary thing. Crazy, I don't know what their plan's going to be now. They've got to find some sort of way to this Medusa in a fashion that doesn't allow the rest of Alliance to get there in time to help Nico Baby out defensively. But the problem is, you know, Alliance, they're just so good with this strategy. They've played this time and time again. They're very, very good at making sure that Nico Baby just doesn't die.
In the past, it was called the Mushi build on Medusa, one of the most useless builds for a really long time, going for Manta style into Lincoln Sphere. But this Lincoln Sphere is gonna do so much against the Static Link, against the Beastmaster Roar. Also, I see Ember Spirit going for one, so they can cycle those two. And it's gonna be so hard for Crazy to find the target. Rockwork's in.
Not the ideal start for Crazy here as Boon's gone. Courier dead as well. Rest of Crazy, they've got no other option than to just retreat. As soon as a man's down, they cannot fight. They're heavily on the retreat. They actually get the chains. He's popping the Wukong.
Cookie wrong way.
Okay. I mean, Brian, he'll still run, but the chains are out. I mean, he just got cookied back up to the high ground and had to take the long route back down. I don't know if that was the play.
It's when you say to Grandma, I'm not hungry, but she insists.
Take my cookies, grandson. I mean, yeah. He did not want a cookie. He got it. Oh, no. Oh,
That's
poor old Brian.
sometimes hard to execute because like you want to help, but your teammates make you look dumb.
Oh, no. They've lost Braille. They lose this tier 1 tower. I mean, again, you know, this was a game where it felt pretty solid for Crazy at the start. Sure, they should have maybe played it a little faster. I think they maybe sat around a little too long. They didn't get anything done with the Aegis. And then when they tried to, they threw everything into it. Obviously ended up in a huge disaster, shifting this game very much into the full control of Alliance. But yeah, it's got to feel rough for them. And at bottom, you know, this hook shot in. Is there any backup for
Wrong way. I think he's running towards the wrong base at the moment.
He should be all right. I mean, Limp knows that if he can't really go, there's a lot of
showing on the top lane. They should try to make a fight. No hook shot though, so hard for them to initiate.
Yeah. But still, all just a constant distraction whilst Nico Baby just continues to farm. Now he's got his sort of sight set on there, sort of the safe way to close this out. After that, Lincoln's get that Rapier online, and Alliance, they can kind of just continue to play it like this. Just as long as Nico Baby farms up Lincoln's Rapier, that's at this point, feels like a pretty guaranteed game ender that Crazy don't really have an answer to.
Yeah, a couple of 4 staffs on their side, plus 2 Lincoln Spheres will keep Medusa alive. They don't have enough burst damage. That's a full Lincoln's now working towards that Divine Rapier. What an item.
Into place. Pressure is on for Crazy. No more mistakes will be allowed this game from them. Skeeter, again, just separated from his team. Hanscam finds the opportunity to get in on top of him. There's 4 heroes here. Even Nico Baby turns up for a bit of a look in on the action. As Skeeter dies. Dead for 50 more seconds. Alliance, they can just take these tier 2s now with no sort of threat of a defense from Crazy. As this, I mean, what's the play for Crazy, Lacoste? What's sort of the best hopes to get a grasp on this game again?
Somehow you need to get the Static Link on that Medusa. Pop it with the Lincoln Sphere, Fade Bolt. You need to have it on Medusa if you want to win the game.
Yeah.
Not just the game, if you want to win the next fight.
Oh, look at this. It's Ice Blast. Finding Owie in the trees. I mean, Limp just needs a couple of hits onto the Snapfire, and Owie will fall underneath the threshold. The crit comes in. Owie's dead. Limp continues to pad out his game. 8-0-6. A very impressive performance on the Ember for a hero that, as you say, was in a matchup at the start where it's very easy to feed against that Monkey King in the 1v1. Limp did not. He played it very solid, avoided death pretty much 3 times in the laning stage, and has kept his scoreboard clean ever since.
I think Limp is underrated as a mid player. Sometimes he does some weird stuff as every other mid player, you know, but that game on Viper yesterday where he had all the farm, invades the jungle on his own 2 times and blows away every single advantage that he had, but this game shows how good of a player he is.
just keeping his cool and making the space, making the plays with the rest of his teammates, whilst NicoBaby is just all the space in the world. As every minute passes, that rapier comes closer and closer. 2,000 gold, and NicoBaby will have it. You're seeing what's looking to be projected like this 30-minute Medusa with Manta, Hurricane Pike, Lincolns,
and
rapier.
Roche is up. They can go into Roche. I mean, it's tough, not enough damage at the moment. I would say Ember doesn't deal that much. Once he gets that Deso, it's gonna be much easier. Just needs 500 gold to finish it. This is do or die for Crazy.
Yeah. This smoke play has to result in something good, otherwise this series is kind of sealed. What are they going to be able to find? Kita?
They know. They had the vision.
They did. They saw that rune taken away. So this smoke will not result in anything. All of this vision, just having eyes on the entirety of Crazy. So Alliance can just continue to play it chill, play their game. 1,200 gold towards the rapier.
I don't think you're killing this Medusa.
No.
Greater Fairy Fire. It also gives 35 damage. Almost 500 health restore on top of, what is it, almost 2k mana pool.
I tried to have a bit of a poke at Roche, but definitely a little too ambitious from Crazy. They have to find a kill, or at least two really, before they have any sort of chance of taking the road. They do grab Handskip. Clock to be found. That's a way to start things off. A first kill off the pickoff. They'll take back the outpost as well, coming into that 30-minute mark. Maybe with that, they do have the time to go for Roche. Limp's going to be pressuring on the bottom lane, knocking on their doorstep. Moon will come in and scare him off, so backs off. They're going for the Roche. See if they can do it at a time. The wall would have bounced, I believe, would have given them ample vision on Crazy entering the pit. They're also sending the illusions in. Alliance aren't going to let them get away with this one for free. They want to continue their chains. Roche is getting one of the chains, and the wall is down. Brow pots the Wukong to mine. He's trying his best to finish off this road. Will get it. They get the kill. They get the Aegis on the Monkey King. Can they do anything with this? It looks like Brawl is going to instantly lose it once. The cheese is there. NicoBaby's ever come in and snatch the cheese for himself. Brawl is going to die the second time, as he's got no defensive items or capability to live. And obviously with this Echo Saber Diffuse with Death build, there's no BKB for him, so he will fall. They get Roast, they get Aegis, but they instantly lose the Aegis. They don't manage to pick up the cheese. Now you've got to deal with a Medusa, which cheese and the courier, it's going out there. The rapier, it's being shipped over to NicoBaby right now.
Cheese, the most efficient item on Medusa. You also get 1,500 mana on top of it, which is efficient HP. Greater Fairy Fire as well. There's no way they're dying. Man, Crazy lost both series, even though this game is not over, but it looks pretty over to me, where they decided to Roche pit 3 games in a row.
Yes, they seem to misjudge the ability to take it. They sort of overestimate the capabilities they have. They go to Roche, and then it all sort of falls down the drain for them. As now here's NicoBaby ready to go. Skeeter will get a bit of a static link off, but I mean, NicoBaby says you can have some of my damage because I've got hundreds of it to spare. I mean, he's down 121. He's still sitting around 450 right click. They're into the base, they're onto tier 3s. As at this point, it does kind of feel like that our Alliance can just A-click themselves onto the fountain, onto the action, and seal this series, close it up. Wukong's command comes out, they're coming with 2 buybacks. They do get the AA, they have got the Roar on the Medusa.
That link.
Walls down, gains on the 2 of them, bounce away from Ava, he'll still fall. The BK will allow Skeeter to get back towards the fountain. Moon Meander will not be quite as fortunate as he dies. An Ice Blast as well passes over them, makes it even harder for him to get in and start a fight on the Alliance. Hanskin hook shots over straight towards the Monkey King. Bryle is dead, he has got buyback, but there's very little he can do with
he wants the rampage.
He didn't get it last game, let him have it this game, and there there it is. Nico Baby, the redemption story. Ultra kill to end off game 1. Rampage, double rampage, make it a triple to end game 2. As Alliance, they'll get the win, and with that, take the series 2-0. And they, you know, for sort of some of the shaky games that Alliance have had this series, they looked on the ball. They had some excellent strats. They managed to work the Void lineup in game 1 to perfection. In this game 2, it's a Deucer lineup. This is what Alliance's bread and butter is. They're so good at making space around Nico Baby, and he had an excellent time here thanks to his team in game 2.
This is the reason why they can first phase Medusa and still do amazing stuff with her. I also gotta give credit to 33 that buyback to save Medusa when they get the full team vibe. That was crucial. Yeah,
because I really think without that buyback, Nico Baby would have died, and then suddenly that would have opened the opportunity for Crazy to do something. But as it was, that buyback, it just broke sort of Crazy. At that point, when the Deuce doesn't die, Crazy, they lose all 5 of their lives plus more. The dieback on Skeeter's Razor, it really was just a disaster from there on. As Alliance taking this win 2-0, they will move on, and Crazy, they will not be quite as fortunate themselves. Some big names, but this squad not quite coming together here, unfortunately for themselves at this LAN.
Crazy has potential. The shot calling in the game about the Roche, whether they go or not against this global presence from AA, scouting things out. Even after